Hey students, the purpose of this video is to go over some introductory material concerning Beowulf. One of the things that I'm noticing is that there's some students who are having difficulty with the reading. So I have attached this wonderful study guide that a teacher friend of mine helped me with years back. Some of the terms that they use in Beowulf are derived directly from the Anglo-Saxon language, which was Old English, basically. You cannot read Old English if you look at it unless you are an expert in Old English. It looks like a completely different language. Every now and then you'll see a word and you'll go, oh, we use that word today. But it is very rare. So with that said, the Beowulf Study Guide includes terms that might help you. Now, they've already covered what a thane is. Let me open that back up. Okay, they've already covered what a thane is, a warrior who pledged his service to a lord or king, and that they were very important. Another thing that you're going to see is the word dam. You're also going to see Beowulf and other people refer to Grendel, who's the monster in the story, who's going around and eating all of the men that belong to Hrothgar's army, and they meet up in the mead hall, Heorot Hall. Okay, Grendel's mom is going to be referred to as the Devil's Dam. You're going to see that a lot because Grendel is to them a devil. I'd call him a devil too if if he wanted to eat me, So anyway, Mead Hall is a large lodge where thanes ate together, and they often slept there. I mean, they would eat and they would drink themselves into a stupor, fall, pass out drunk, and then wake up the next day, go and pillage another village. So a place for gift-giving, entertainment, and royal festivities. Hrothgar's mead hall was named Heorot for Deer's Hall. If you look at Heorot closely enough, you'll notice that it is a cousin of the word hart, and hart is another word for deer in the English language. This was central to the Thane's life. So the fact that Grendel is going in and attacking these men in the mead hall is significant. A scope, of course, you've already learned about what a scope is, so we won't go any further into that. Of course, the person who played the lyre and recited poems like Beowulf in the mead hall, he was very important. Weregild. Weregild was worth money, or the price a man paid by society standards. If a person killed a man in a feud, he was responsible for paying some kind of worth money to his family to make up for the fact that that family would no longer have a provider. Well, in Beowulf, we have a situation here. Beowulf feels like he owes Hrothgar, who is the Danish king. Beowulf is from the Geats, which is a different tribe. They lived across the ocean from one another. Well, he feels like he owes Hrothgar a debt because Hrothgar, when Beowulf was younger, Beowulf's father, Eglak, he could not pay a debt. And when he couldn't pay that debt to a family whose man had been slayed out of that family, he wound up having to go across the ocean to Hrothgar. Hrothgar gave him shelter and helped him out because they couldn't pay back the money. Once Beowulf got older, he went back over to be with his tribe again, the Geats. But he hears that Hrothgar's having problems with this Grendel dude. And so he decides, I'm going to go back across the ocean and I'm going to help Hrothgar out. And two things will happen. I will have paid him back for what he did for my family. And two, I will get a heroic deed under my belt, and the Geats will think I'm all impressive and everything and make me king, which is what happened. So anyway, Weregild. Weird, okay? It's an Anglo-Saxon belief in fate. Even though a person had choices, they believed that his fate was predetermined and would be sealed by the consequences of the choices that he made. So no matter what he did, no matter what his choices were, those choices were a result of fate. Okay, so think about that. Now, Christianity believed that your choices were determined by God, by the Trinity. They believed that. So Anglo Saxons had an interesting worldview because they believed in fate, yet at the same time, they believed in the Christian God. So they mixed their two religions together very often back then. Okay, a fire drake is a fire breathing dragon. Okay, so that's a kenning for the dragon that Beowulf slays. Troll wife, that's a reference again to Grendel's mother, just like Devil's Dam is okay. Nicors are water beasts. So when you see that term, if you want to print out the 26 pages of the PDF and circle these terms and write out what they are as you go, that's fine too. I just figured you'd want the PDF. So anyway, mead. A mead hall is the meeting hall. Mead is what they drank while they were in the mead hall. It was an alcoholic drink like beer or whiskey is today. They made it with a blend of honey and fermented, and hops like beer today, only I've heard it's pretty nasty. I don't know. I've never tried it before. But I've had people who have, and they say, "Yee," So, hunting, when you see the word hunting, that is Unferth's sword that he lent to Beowulf to fight the sea hag. Nagling, Beowulf's sword used against the dragon. So you've got two important swords here, actually, really three if you think about it. You have Hrunting, Unferth's sword, and Unferth was this guy who was jealous of Beowulf and didn't believe all the wonderful deeds he was spouting about in Hrothgar's hall, which you'll see in the story. Here is a list of all of the main characters. Go through and just read the list. Okay, you've got the heroes and the Danes who are involved, and you've got the monsters. That are involved in the story. There are characters from other tribes like Brecca, who was a friend that Beowulf engaged in a swimming contest. And the swimming contest is pretty ridiculous. Full armor and all of that great stuff. And at the same time, they were battling all these sea beasts. Nicors, okay. Wieland is a blacksmith who makes magic armor for Beowulf's fight with the dragon. Okay. There's a structure here of the events in Beowulf so that you can understand get an idea or remember what happens in what order. Here's the genealogy, the people who are in the kingdom of the Danes and where Hrothgar fits in all of that. Wealhtheow is Hrothgar's queen. The genealogy here for the Geats shows Beowulf to be the son of Ecgtheow and how all of his genealogy fits into this story. Now, I hope this very brief tutorial helps you, gives you a little bit more assistance in understanding the story. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. I strongly encourage you to fill out the reader response guide that it provides for you while you are reading the story. It will definitely help you on the quiz. I believe that this handout will as well. So go through it, study it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you've got questions, email me, or if you want to Zoom, shoot me an email and we'll set up a meeting. Thanks. I hope you have a wonderful day.